What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Ryan. This is your 5 Minutes of Fire today. Today is about how the devil's in the details. And, we've heard that for many years, but, the way I look at it is that when you decide to do something or not to do something, it's those little things, it's the consistencies or the repetitions that you build into your life that determine your outcome. As you do one thing, you do all things. And what that means for me is, I'm really, really protective of my morning time. In fact, this morning I woke up and I just felt like absolute crap and got a terrible night's sleep. And I ended up, waking up early with a baby in the bed, our 4-year-old in the bed, my dog in the bed, and I had this much bed left. So, I woke up super tired. I had this snotty thing going on and just couldn't get into the routine or into the mindset with my morning routine and my quiet time. But I thought I could just go back to bed and maybe I'd need a little extra sleep. And I'm not saying that you never need to do that. Obviously you got to be smart, and if you're overtraining or if you're overstressed or under rested, you got to make provisions for that. But at the same time, I think the devil is in the details, and how that plays out is, the devil tries to trick us into thinking that we're a lot worse off than we actually are. I often think about Navy SEALs or people that are in the military, and the fact that, those guys go days without food, and just some of the most treacherous conditions, and they'll, sleep out in the middle of the woods with no tent, no provisions, and they just tough it out. And, I'm upset because I had this nice, warm, comfy bed, but I only had this much of it, boo-hoo. So, the point is, I this morning at least, I'm not saying I'm perfect with this. There are definitely mornings where I fail and then I regret it later on, just like everybody else, I'm sure. But, this morning I kind of willed myself to stick with the routine, go to the gym, and the first 20 minutes is just like slogging through mud. I just wasn't feeling it, having a terrible time, just like, God, I just want nothing more to just go sit in my truck for a half hour before my practice opens and just sleep or just zone out. But, I pushed forward, and again, I'm not saying I'm Superman. It's just that it was just a lesson to me, or a reminder to me that, not to let the devil steal my joy with, distractions in the details, or deceiving me that the details don't matter, because it's really tempting to think, well, I always do kale smoothies in the morning. This one day I could get away with an Egg McMuffin from McDonald's. Or, I work out quite a bit anyway. Missing one day is not that big a deal. But what I found in my own life, and you may find this to be true for you too, is that, again, as you do one thing, you do all things. And when I veer off of the path that I know I'm supposed to stick to take me where I want to go, it ends up manifesting in other areas of my life. So, like, I know for me personally, if I skipped my workout this morning, I'd be a lot less focused in the office. I would have this, mild regret in the back of my mind, or this mild sense of failure that I wasn't even able to win the morning. So how am I going to win patients and win their health back and win over our town, and make a big difference and an impact and fulfill my destiny? And it'll eat away at me. I'll be thinking about that while I'm adjusting, or I won't be as focused when I'm adjusting, and I won't be present time conscious with patients when I'm having conversations. Our team training won't go as well. I'll skip certain steps, either intentionally or unintentionally, when it comes to patient process or patient care or even just family time. And it ends up, all these little details add up, and they seem insignificant at the time. And again, that's why, in my opinion, the meaning of the devil is in the details, because the devil tries to deceive us that the details don't matter. But what we don't realize is that your destiny is created in the details. You don't become an NBA superstar or a musical prodigy or political icon or anything else, a world changer. You don't just achieve those things overnight because of luck or good fortune or just innate ability. You end up there because of the details that you're consistent with for most people decades, if not years, in their life. And so that's the lesson for today, is don't let the devil deceive you in thinking that the details don't matter. And remember that as you do one thing, you're going to do all things. I hope that helps you today. Go crush it.